Donald Trump ran on having the most transparent administration in history. Part of transparency is having press briefings. Donald Trump's last press secretary, Stephanie Grisham, had zero, that's not a typo, zero press briefings, not a single press briefing during her tenure. The point of the press secretary is to bridge the gap between what Trump is thinking and doing and planning and the press. And Stephanie Grisham held zero press briefings. She was recently replaced by Kayleigh McEnany, or McEnany, take your pick. She had her first press briefing on Friday. We covered it live as it was happening, and it was a house of horrors. I will spare you a lot of the absolutely meaningless answers she gave, which had no substance, but I want to focus on one thing. She was asked during the press briefing, will you pledge never to lie to us, never to lie to the press? And she said, yes, I will never lie to you. And then she lied her way through the entire press briefing. Let's start with that question coming from the press corps. Will you lie to us? And she looked absolutely dazed the entire press conference. One of the strangest ones I've seen, but here is her answer about lying.
Thanks so much, Kayleigh. Welcome. Since it's been more than 100 days since the press secretary stood up there, I wanted to get a better sense of what your plan is. Are you planning to do these on a daily basis at this point? And also, will you pledge never to lie to us from that podium?
I will never lie to you. You have my word on that. As to the timing of the briefings, we do plan to do them.
I pledge not to lie to you. And then she spends the entire press briefing lying. Let's take a brief tour of the lies. She claimed, for example, that the Mueller report was a total exoneration of Donald Trump.
Read a lot of your papers. I've seen a whole lot of scant information about Michael Flynn when there was a whole lot of speculation about Russia, culminating in $40 million of taxpayer money being lost and the complete and total exoneration of President Trump. Thank you guys so much.
This is an acute, provable lie. Robert Mueller actually said, if we could have exonerated Donald Trump on obstruction of justice, we would have said it. So it is a direct lie that the Mueller report was an exoneration of Trump. McEnany also said that the Mueller investigation cost $40 million. That's a popular Trumpist talking point. Even Trump has said it. The truth is the costs of the investigation were $32 million, but it recovered, according to one report, $42 million. It recovered, according to another report, $46 million. So the Mueller report recovered more money than it cost. She also said not a single American has died for lack of a ventilator. Trump has been saying that. It's really hard to know if that's true for sure, but we have reporting that multiple people had to be placed on one ventilator, which you're not supposed to do. We know that a terminally ill person had to be removed from a ventilator to put someone with coronavirus on it. We know that some hospitals did have rationing decisions to make about ventilators. So we certainly can't say for sure that no one died due to a lack of ventilators. Big lie on Michael Flynn, Donald Trump's convicted former national security advisor. Kayleigh McEnany said that there was a handwritten FBI note that said, we need to get Flynn to lie. And they are alleging that this means that there was a sort of perjury trap set up. All this is interrogators planning an interrogation. Interrogators already knew Flynn had lied, and they were trying to get the lies on the record. That's all it is. They are trying to make it out to be some smoking gun, and it's not. Now, last thing on this. What the White House press corps should have asked Kayleigh, and they didn't ask her about this, is that she went on TV in February and she said, President Trump isn't like Obama. President Trump will never let the coronavirus come to the United States. Here are her words. Don't take my word for it.
Absolutely. This president will always put America first. He will always protect American citizens. We will not see diseases like the coronavirus come here. We will not see terrorism come here. And isn't that refreshing when contrasting it with the awful presidency of President Obama?
Kayleigh McEnany, thank you so much. Good to see you tonight.
Thank you.
That's what Kayleigh McEnany should be asked about, and I hope she will be. Kayleigh, you told us in February that Trump would never allow coronavirus to come here. We now have 1.2 million cases, and our death rate is the 14th highest in the world. Can you admit you were wrong about Donald Trump? That's the question that should be asked. It wasn't. Hopefully, we will see it asked in the future. Make sure you're following The David Pakman Show on Instagram @David Pakman Show. I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Vincero Watches. They're giving my audience 15% off your entire order when you go to davidpakman.com/watch. Maybe you don't usually wear a watch and you've been thinking about looking for one to elevate your look, or you've been thinking about replacing the one you have. Check out Vincero. It's an American company. All of their watches are built in small batches from high-end materials. They look amazing. And they look like something you'd spend a lot of money on, but every Vincero watch ranges from $150 to $300. I went on their website and picked out the Kairos in white and silver. Really love the look, the combination of the white face and the beige band. Really love this one. They also sent me the Kairos limited release gold reserve set. Totally different style. This one would make a fantastic gift for a couple people I can think of in my family. Anytime you see me wearing a watch on the show, I'm wearing a Vincero watch. Go through their collection. I know you'll find something you like, and you'll get 15% off when you go to davidpakman.com/watch.